bike, man. He's fucking crazy. See? Our first stop in Beijing, the Temple of Heaven.
Ready?
Our first day in China, in Beijing, and it's been a very eventful day. You may be able to tell I'm absolutely knackered right now. I couldn't get any sleep on the plane, so I've been awake for like, I don't know, 30 something hours. So when we got to Beijing, after a lot of messing about on the trains, I was actually quite impressed with myself. I've never actually spoke Chinese to a Chinese person before, and I managed to buy some train tickets and ask directions, which was quite good. And the guy I asked directions, he put us on the right train but going in the wrong direction. Whether that was his fault or mine, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we ended up getting off and we used our one train ticket, and I asked the train guard guy at the station if this was the right stop that we were looking for, and he thought it was hilarious because we weren't. And he was very kind and swiped us through and let us get back on the train, the different train. And yeah, we ended up getting to where we needed to be, and because we couldn't check in straight away at the hotel, we went to Temple of Heaven, so I've got a bit of footage from that, some pictures, and it was pretty cool. I wish we could have seen more of it, but the bags were just so heavy, and I've got my hand luggage as well as my big backpack, so it was just a lot of carrying, and both me and Luke were really sore by the end of it, so we saw most of it, but it was sort of a quick rush around. So if I'm ever back in Beijing, I'll make sure to go and see it properly. But yeah, it was cool. It was a very cool place. Yeah, we've eaten Chinese food, which was really good, really cheap as well. Got 2 bowls of beef noodles for the equivalent of £3. That's for 2 bowls even. And 1 bowl in Chinatown in Manchester cost £7.50, so I think we did well there. And we've just been out for some food now and got a load of different dishes, quite a few of which I had no idea what I was eating, but they were nice, most of them, and there was one that I didn't like. My bank card, I've had a lot of trouble with that. I don't know why, because I was told by the guy at my bank that as long as it says Visa on the cash machine, it'll take my card, but it didn't. So I was getting quite worried because I thought I was going to have to make a very expensive call back to Britain to sort it out with my bank. But we tried one last attempt before I had to come and make the call, and it turned out that my card was accepted there. So ICBC, that's my new favourite bank in China, because they take my debit card. There's probably a lot more happened, but I'm just so tired I can't remember much. Some cool stuff happened at the airport. We met a Russian guy called Vlad, and he'd just come back from Mexico, and the German authorities at customs wouldn't let him take a bottle of tequila through with him because it wasn't sealed properly in the bag that he'd got at the Mexico duty free. So another cool thing, just on a side note, I love Frankfurt Airport. They have smoking places. I've never been to any airport with smoking areas, and it's just amazing. You go in there and it absolutely stinks because everyone's in there smoking. There's a big cloud of smoke, but I did pack some patches for the flight, some nicotine patches, which did see me through quite well. But it was nice to just be able to have a proper cigarette when we stopped off in Germany for a few hours. So yeah, we were in this smoking thing and we got talking to him, and he broke out the tequila and said, well, I can't take it with me and I really don't want to pour it away. So we all passed the bottle of tequila around, and then I think American guys and some Australian guys came in and they all had some too. So it wasn't a waste. A lot of it ended up getting drank. So yeah, that was cool. I can't think of any more. I'm really tired. So I'm going to go to bed now. So that's the end of day 1 in China. I'll keep updating. $1,400 steps to the Great Wall. 1,400. Luke, how are you feeling, man?
Today, I found out I've got a bit of a fear of heights.
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how are you finding the walk? It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it's alright, but...
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. I was not expecting this. A lot of steps, a lot of steep bits as well. And these two ladies here are holding Luke's hand all the way. Worth it for the scenery.
我给香港他打电话了，我说实际上各地都关了，上科技道就有缆车，不上科技道。
Put me back on the camera.
What?
Put the camera back on me. Don't wear trainers.
Yeah, don't wear trainers. Wear walking boots like these.
Not.
It's not trainers, like those.
These.
I did say get trainers, don't get trainers, but nobody listens to me. You have to learn the hard way.
I should have put my Timbs on, but did I? No.
No, you would have wrecked your Timberlands coming up here.
At least I would have put them to the limit.
Yeah, I suppose.
I got my money for them.
Yeah, but they would have only lasted a month.
I've been a waste of money, wouldn't it? See?
See? Luke gets a hand. 2 hands. Oh, watch me fall on my ass now after taking the piss out of you.
No, they give me shit, mate. You can fall. I'm not dying. I don't want to die in China.
It's alright, you got health insurance.
Film that little kid who keeps running the front.
Yeah, that kid over there, man, he's been with us pretty much all the way. And he's just skipping and hopping all the way. It's not even an effort for him. I think he's showing off, to be honest. So I'll show the foreigners how to do it. So we've got rid of the 2 women, Luke's girlfriends.
Vampers vets.
Yeah. And now we're on a slightly better paved part of the wall, so
for that.
it's not as heavy going. Yeah. Still beautiful to look at. Oh, and a random guy come and took his picture with me, and he put his hand on my ass. So I'm not sure what to think of that.
Great.
Our last day in Beijing, the first time around. We're coming back at the end for another 3 days. So I'll give you a little tour of the place. It's really nice. It's called the Hulu Hotel, and it's an old hutong that's been converted into like a hotel. kindly paid for by Luke's mum as my birthday and Christmas present combined for the next 10 years. That's the ceiling, it's really nice, really quite high up as well. It's got TV, it's got like movies on it in English. I've not watched any, but I had a quick flick through. And here is the bathroom. Really, really nice. I won't show you down the toilet. And a really nice shower as well. That's an absolutely ace shower. Could spend a long time in there. So yeah, it's sort of quite snug, but very nice as well, very bright, and it opens out onto a nice little courtyard like this. Unfortunately it's raining this morning, but yeah, and in there's a bar. Okay, so I didn't do like what am I doing here? I didn't do a video diary or anything last night. I was a bit pissed off. I went to go and get a SIM card for my phone, a Chinese SIM card, so I can go on the internet and everything. And after a lot of messing about, the guy in the shop just obviously didn't know what to do to make the SIM card work in my phone. I don't know whether my phone was locked to a certain network, I don't know. But obviously this professional didn't know either, so he's taken it upon himself to restore my phone to factory settings. So I've lost everything. I've lost all my apps, I've lost all my notes. Luckily I saved my phone numbers to SIM, so I've still got my phone numbers on my SIM card that I can put in my friend's phone. I can put in Luke's phone. So I was really pissed off because I need at least access to emails and stuff just so I can get my train tickets and all the rest of it. So yeah, I was just in no mood last night. I bought a Chinese phone. They've put it in English for me, but it turns out that a lot of it is still in Chinese anyway. A lot of web pages, a lot of like if the phone asks you if you want to do something, it's usually in Chinese. So yeah, a bit pissed off, but it kind of ruined what was an awesome day because we went to the Great Wall. We walked from Sematai to Jinshanling, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely beautiful scenery. I've got plenty of footage. Yeah, it was pretty dangerous. I mean, these two older women were helping us and everything, and they helped Luke especially. And yeah, a lot of it's just very rugged and ruined. I mean, it's quite obviously not original wall, but it's very, very old. I mean, a lot of it was built between 1300 and 1567, I think, something like that. So it's proper old wall, which is cool. That's what I came to see. That's what I wanted to go and see. I didn't want to go to any part that's, you know, really heavily restored, either in the 80s or for the Olympic Games in 2008. So I came and I just didn't expect it to be so heavy going. There was a lot of steps. Yeah, I'm just glad the weather wasn't any hotter because I don't think I could have done it if it was any warmer. But it was awesome. We spent a good few hours doing that. We to save messing around with buses and all that, we booked a driver before we came here. A guy called Bruce, although I suspect that's not his real name. And yeah, he was cool. He took us there. It was about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive there, and an hour and a half, 2 hours back. and yeah, it was awesome. The ride there and back was terrifying. I would not like to drive in Beijing roads. I mean, people just have no idea how to drive a car. They just use indicators when they're not needed, don't use indicators when they should be needed, drive around with the hazard lights on. I need to find out what that's all about. I asked Bruce, he didn't know. Well, people just drive around with the hazard lights on. I mean, Bruce himself was straddling lanes. I don't think he knew where he wanted to be on the road. He had one side of his car in the right hand lane, one side of his car in the left hand lane, and everyone just beeps at each other for fun. It's crazy. So yeah, I don't think I would be, I mean, I get road rage back at home, so I don't think I'd be able to drive on Beijing roads. I'd just go crazy, and everyone treats each other so badly. If somebody treated me on the road back home the way Beijing drivers treat each other, I would get out of my car and actually hit somebody, hit the driver that's treating me like that, because you know, nobody lets anyone out. It's like you can tell they want to move out. They've got their indicator on occasionally, and they're edging out, and the other driver just speed up. It's like, you're not coming out, you can stay there, and it's just, yeah, I would just go crazy. And all that happens then is people just pull out, and it's like, fuck you, don't, you know, I'm pulling out, just don't hit me. And then it's just like loads of heavy braking, and oh. So that's been a bit of a culture shock, a bit of an experience. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think that's it for now. Yeah. Today we're off to the Forbidden City in Tiananmen Square, and then we're going to get the train to Xi'an tonight, which I'm not looking forward to. But it'll be an opportunity to get some sleep. I've still got some jet lag, and it's like I'm tired, but I'm struggling to go to sleep at night, and then I wake up. The past 2 nights I've woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I lie awake for about an hour and a half, and then finally doze off. But then by the time I've dozed off, it's time to sort of get up, or I'll be getting up soon to go and do whatever. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain. But yeah, apart from that, I'm having a good time. So I'll update. I don't know if I'll be able to update tonight on the train. We'll see. I'll just update when I can. See ya.